Hello guys, this is Yusuf, your host of this scholarship channel, and this morning I got some few questions from the page, and the first question was like, are Chinese universities still accepting scholarship applications due to the coronavirus situation over there? So the answer to this question is very simple, and that is like some of the universities I know, like in Beijing and in Wuhan and in some other nearby cities, are actually delaying their semester for maybe a few days, few weeks, or I don't know about the exact time. But the thing is, they haven't yet notified any of the authority or openly on their website that they are not accepting scholarship applications. So the good news is they are still accepting scholarship applications for this year, but you have to wait and you have to keep updated with with their scholarship openings, because that might delay a little bit. But the second thing about this video is that like most of the people were asking me in the comments of the videos and on the page and even on the website that is it possible for an international student to study safely in China after this coronavirus situation? So the answer to this question is like, yes, it is quite safe for you to still study in China. Why? The answer is very simple, because I also have lived in China for 3 years so far, and I have seen these Chinese people that they are very caring about the international students. So even my friends over there, they are telling me that their universities, their international student offices are actually taking good care of them. And even with this coronavirus situation, they're taking daily reports, they're providing free equipment and free food and all that kind of stuff to keep international students safe in this situation. And as per some reports, I was being notified that this coronavirus situation will no longer be there due to the temperature change, because it cannot actually survive in high temperatures. So I guess like this will be over soon, and I still think it is quite much safe for you to apply and study in Chinese university this year. So the second question in the comments was like, what other options are available for international students to apply for a scholarship this year? So there are a lot of different options available right now, and I can put the links in the description, and I can name them, I can call them right now for you people as well. The first one is Turkey Government Scholarship. This scholarship is provided to undergrad, master's, and PhD students. It's a fully funded scholarship, and the application procedure is pretty much simple, and you don't have to pay for any application fee, and you just have to apply online and have to wait for the interview call for final selection. So in the online application procedure, you just have to attach your academic documents, and you have to fill in the details like the biodata, and then your application will be submitted with the intended 3 universities names that you have to select where you wish to study. And the other comment was like, yeah, before moving on to the next section, I will recommend you applying for New Zealand government scholarship as well. A lot of people were asking me like, is it necessary for them to provide IELTS certification to apply for the New Zealand government scholarship or not? So you don't need the IELTS certification in order to apply for New Zealand government scholarship. Why? Because if you go through their terms and conditions of the scholarship or the application procedure of their New Zealand scholarship, then you'll notice that they have mentioned that you only have to provide IELTS if you already have it. But in case if you don't have it, then you still can actually apply. But upon your successful selection, the New Zealand government will actually pay for your IELTS exam, and then you have to appear in the IELTS. So that means like you don't need IELTS exam at the time of the application. And if you get selected, then they are the ones who will pay for your IELTS exam fee. So I hope this is now clarified. And the other question was like, yeah, how to write a research proposal for scholarship application and admission. So there is a tutorial article in my website, and I will leave the link of that article in this description of this video, which you can watch later. I mean, like in that article, it's pretty much clear like how you can actually write the research proposal, but I'll still tell you about it here. So the first thing is, like, you have to make sure that your idea is quite novel. Why it has to be novel? Because you are applying for, you know, master's or PhD, and obviously you will be conducting a research, and the research has to be novel. And in that scenario, you also have to take care about like pitching the idea in a right way. And how you can do that? By composing your research proposal in a right manner. How and why? You can read about it in the article that I will leave in this description of this video. But the most important thing in writing the research proposal is that you have to be clear. You have to tell them what your idea is actually about, and what is it on, what kind of theory is behind your idea. You have to provide some references, and you have to, you know, provide them clear guidelines on the timeline of, you know, experimentation, analysis, and then what kind of equipment you need, what kind of funding sources, or how much funding you need, and how much time it will take to, you know, to build your, you know, to get your final results, and put them into action. And you have to, you know, show some green gardens in your research proposal to attract your supervisor or the professor, so they can actually take interest in your you know, research plan, and they can invite you to their laboratory to conduct experiments. So this is how you have to promote, or you have to advertise your idea in your research proposal, so that it becomes interesting for the people who are actually reading it. So I will suggest to you to not to brag in your research proposal, because when I say advertise yourself or your idea in the research proposal, then some people might take it as bragging, but don't do that. You have to be focused on your idea. You have to come up with a really novel kind of idea which actually inspires the reader and attracts towards you. So this is how, you know, you can write your research proposal. So I will make a more detailed video on that research proposal thing later, but you first can go through the article about writing the research proposal, and the link is available in the description of this video. And yeah, if you have any other questions, then you can leave your questions in the description of this video, and I will make another video next week to answer all of your next questions that you will raise during this week. And till then, apply for as many scholarships as you can to maximize your chances of winning one. And have a good day. Bye bye.